we are. We're in the Badlands of South Dakota. I've always wanted to come out here, ever since the first time I came here, to go on a camping trip or a backpacking trip. So drove a little over 10 hours to get here. It's almost sunset, so now it's time to try to find a campsite quick, and then I'll be here for 2.5 more days, total of 3 nights. And my hope is it's a Sunday evening right now, backpack out on about Wednesday noon. Hopefully not get lost. Alright, there's a nice little trail here, so I'm going to follow this, hoping it leads me up to Deer Haven. It's nice actually coming in this time of day because it really brings out this footpath. Yeah, if it was midday, I don't think I'd be able to see that. But it's just a slight depression, and with the light as low as it is, I see the path I got to take up to the shelf there. I'm still heading up towards Deer Haven. Distances are very deceiving. Still looks close, but it might be another half mile to a mile till I'm up there. Sun is now set. Well, I found the spot I'm going to make camp. It's this nice little flat spot. Just as I'm barely up into the Deer Haven. Really, Deer Haven's still above me. It's getting dark. I'm tired. Got up early, drove 12 hours to get here, then hiked in here. I'm ready to stop. So it's getting darker, and we're overlooking the basin. Still glow in the sky. Deer Haven is just right here above me, just on the edge of it. These junipers. And my campsite is right there on this nice little grassy spot. Just stands up. Surprisingly, I was able to push the stakes in by hand. The rest of the ground here is this hard, rocky, cracked, a bunch of like little spires. So, well, it's going to be a great night, a good first night, I think. So, great start of the trip. Sun's about to rise. It's a nice night. I kept waking up though. There's a lot of wildlife out here. Once I could hear a buck up there snorting. He wasn't too happy that I was right here. And then I didn't hear him for a while until he was like right next to my tent over here, down on the path, snorting. I was a little uneasy, but looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. Some clouds are rolling into the south. So here's my setup here. I think I'll just lay here and go back to sleep for a little bit. Oh, you know what surprised me too? There's mosquitoes. I don't know if you can see that. There's like I expected out here there wouldn't be any. So it's kind of nice to have the tent just to keep them away. I left the insect repellent at home to lighten the load a little bit, thinking that out here it'd be so dry there wouldn't be any. Bad call. Well, it's almost 9 o'clock. Sun is now high in the sky. This is Deer Haven, just on the first part of the crest. Camp was almost up there, this little flat down here. And we're making our way over there maybe. Looks like there's been following a lot of game trails through here, and some of them are a little tighter than obviously I can pass through, but it's a nice little spot. This wouldn't be bad to camp in too. Very secluded. You could have multiple people up here not even know that they're here, except for probably hearing them. Made it up. There's this shorter climb, and then there was another one there. There's a slightly grassy spot where I could get more traction. Worked my way up over here. Now I'm up on top of this ridge line. There's the creek bed I'm going to follow, just now to figure out how to get down. I've been making my way down through this creek bed. It's definitely the path of least resistance. Once tried just to cut across one of these points where I could tell it just kind of curved around. When I get to the other side, it's like a 4 or 5 foot drop. So decided, so I don't injure myself, since I'm out here by myself and I'm not that young anymore, just to stay down here in the creek bed, even though it might take me a little longer. So all the turns, so here I'm almost going exactly the opposite direction. It's the safest. I'm safe. I've gotten old. I gotta be safe. There are swallow nests up on these ridges. They look like they're from last year. Somewhere down. Where are they? Right there. They're all eroded. I've opted I'm going to continue west versus going north, realizing that about an hour or so I'd basically be at the foot of the pull off for the overlook, and I can't camp within view of, or wouldn't want to, within view of all the tourists, so I'm going to continue west. One thing I've realized too is I packed too much food. It's too warm. I'm not that hungry. I wish I had brought like a third or a half less food and replaced that weight with another liter or two of water, balance it out. So I think I'll do this trip one more time, hopefully with my son or daughter. Well, it's 2:30 in the afternoon. I decided this cottonwood tree was the perfect spot for a short little break. It's getting hot. My feet are feeling the heat just from the ground. They're kind of burning up, sucking through the water pretty quick. So I thought I'd just give myself a half-hour break, let the sun kind of pass overhead a little more, and then get back out there. So conserve my energy and the water at the same time. There is a buck and a doe going up the hill. Finally got some on video. Here's our camp. It's overlooking the Sage Creek Basin. Sage Creek comes through here, up towards there, over that range somewhere is our car. The wind's really blowing right now. The pinnacle overlook is up there on that hill. I can see sometimes a reflection of a car turning in. Sorry, kind of shaking a bit here. Rocks on that side, so it's a beautiful 360-degree view of this campsite. Some definite wind coming in. This is the Lightning HT3 tent. It's sporting the Rainfly tonight. thought with the wind and all, this would just help maybe manage a little better. Alright, we got our water boiling, or almost I should say. Yeah, covered. So it's going away. We've got our bag all ready. We're going to add 2 cups of the boiling water to this. Well, I had a great dinner. That's the first time I had a mountain house dinner, and I tell you, it's really good. I've been always kind of frugal and get other things or dehydrate my own, but I'm really pleased with that. So that's definitely something I'm going to repeat. Though making dinner did bring me down to my last 4 liters. I came in with 9, so I'm past that halfway mark, and I came in hydrated that first evening. So, I hiked in and used 1 liter on just a little bit at night, and to make my like a snack, I made some hot chocolate and coffee then in the morning, and then I went through another 4 liters just today. So with that being said, if we have another day like we did today, it's full sun, which that's what the forecast shows, the plan is I'm just going to go ahead and make the trek on out to the car. Well, it's my last day of the backpacking trip. Today I hiked back out, finished the trip of 2 nights, a little over 2 days, and had a pretty good night except for wind was blowing in, but thankfully the wind brought in clouds, so I'm thankful for that. Alright, I've been staying up out of the creek bed, walking on the flats, making great time. Out there's that little cave that was made by a washout. So that's the branch would go up towards Pinnacles, which makes sense because Pinnacles is right up there. So there's the creek bed rolling through there. I'm making awesome time. Wow, I've only been out here maybe an hour and a half. So next time, boy, save time. So I'm blazing a different trail and I'm liking it. Staying to the south of the creek and with the mountains beside you in the creek, it's proved really well. It's going through terrain like this, basically following the deer trails. At this point, they're giving me a fairly good trek through. So I came from over there. The creek valley you can see is just through there. You can see all the green grass. So it's a lot straighter, so I'm making excellent time, and I'd recommend this if I ever came back out here, taking this route. Back down in the creek bed, the trail I was following, I could see is going to dead end into a narrow box canyon. So I'll follow this trail up to Deer Haven and back down. One thing I would suggest next time is minimum 4 liters per day for the trip, and based on weather and person's personal conditioning, could vary. A good trip though overall. Well, I'm overlooking Deer Haven, so not far now. It's only a little after noon. Made great time with the route I came back versus my meandering and exploring yesterday. There's plenty to do just up here alone. I like to go investigate those flats up there and then over there. And what I'm going to do, because I came up on this side and I hiked up one of these more gentle slopes, but they're all kind of steep. I'm going to see what I can find over here. It might mean I still have to hike all the way through all this to where I came up, but I still got plenty of the day. I'm feeling good. The basin now, heading back to the car. It was a good trip. 2 days, good 2 days. Would have been longer, but I'm running short on water. But I'll be back for another one sometime. Definitely recommend it.